client we took on at the beginning of last year, so 2021. So in January, if we look at it, they had zero revenue from Klaviyo. February, 7%. We started towards the end of February. Then March, April, May, it just boomed. So let's have a look at the GIF here as it scrolls through. Starting in January, 0, 7%, March, 41%. And you can see they've gone up to $3.6 million in total revenue. They started at 800,000. Now, we added a phenomenal amount of revenue. We added millions of dollars to this company's bottom line in less than 4 months. That's phenomenal. And they're the same sort of results you can see. Look at the percentages, not the actual dollar amounts. These percentages are what you can see increase in your business as well using this system. So the Elite 7, you've already downloaded. It's 7 automated email flows that get the right message to the right person at the right time. Take a look at the download you got. It's a complete customer journey email automation. It's the exact system I spent years developing and testing. I mean, I literally spent years. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I got this system spot on now, and I use the Elite 7 every single day. So let's take you through it. Up on the top right of your download, the first one is called Leads Retarget. We engaged previously, but they're engaged previously, but they haven't converted. So this one contains 4 emails. This is a top of funnel flow that positions the brand and educates, then incentivize the lead. So this is when people have signed up to our newsletter or through our pop-up or wherever they've got onto our list, we need to convert them into a customer. This is an example. You got a pop-up here, they fill in, they get their code. So this is how we catch our leads and convert them into customer. And this is, I've had to blur it out because it's a client of ours. This client generated $2.75 million in sales from leads. He did not have to pay to retarget. So these are just leads that have come through pop-ups and flows, and we generated $2.75 million in a year for him using this exact strategy. The next one, as we follow it down, is number 2, which is on the top left. It's the abandoned browser. We like to call these guys guys and girls the window shoppers. So this flow contains 5 emails. This is a middle of funnel flow that dynamically targets users who have with their last viewed product, and we incentivize the purchase. So I'll show you on Gearbunch what I mean. So if someone comes to my product page, not the home page or the collection page, when they come to a product page like the pink heart-shaped black leggings here, they haven't added to cart. A script fires similar to the pixel on Facebook, and we get them into our flow and we send them an email. Now, it's a targeted message straight to the inbox of the window shoppers. Now, Gearbunch window shoppers or browsers clicked these emails and they came back with and spent over $29,000 with us. That's exactly, the numbers don't lie. That is exactly what they spent. Now, these are people that have just viewed products. It's super powerful. The next one in there is the abandoned cart, which is number 3. It's sort of the middle left. They've shown a higher intent, but they haven't entered the checkout. So it's another one that contains 5 emails. It's another middle of funnel flow that dynamically retargets to users with their last cart version and provides an easy way for them to come back to the cart. And we also look at during those 5 emails to incentivize the purchase with their last view product. I'll show you again on Gearbunch. So we've got our slide out cart here. It might just be a cart page, but basically it fires when they're using the cart. Now, this one for this client generated a bit over, or generated $436,000. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I spent more time making a cup of coffee than writing the copy for this. It's really not that hard. We use custom timings. Each abandoned cart triggers a friendly reminder, and a lot of it's dynamic. Remember, I said you don't need to be a copywriter. Number 7 is the abandoned checkout. So this one here is the highest intent, but they left the checkout process. So it's another 5 emails, the middle of funnel flow that dynamically targets, more of a middle to bottom of funnel, dynamically retargets the user with their last checkout version, providing them an easy way back. And we add a bit of scarcity in on this. And this is just to show you, this is a standard Shopify checkout. This is if they got through to this stage, they're going to be targeted with this flow. Now, this flow generated $43,700 for one of our clients, and that was their highest earning flow that year. So it's all completely automated and perfectly targeted, and it lifts a lot of weight. A lot of the time with our clients, this is our highest converting flow. The next one in the series is sort of over here, number 5. It's on the middle right. It's the welcome flow, which splits, and we have one set of messaging for new customers, one set of messaging for returning customers. Then it's a bottom of funnel flow that thanks, rewards, reminds, and incentivizes the user. And it also builds and positions our brand, because the goal is that we want to try and make those new customers, turn them into repeat customers, and turn those returning customers into multiple returning customers, and reduce the time in between purchasing for them. So this is used to re-engage, introduce, and explain different things about our products, and it's highly important to the system. And when used correctly, it has some of the highest open rates. Look at this, our welcome flow has a 73.5% open rate. This means you have a direct line of post-purchase communication with the customer. Like I said, we're trying to get first-time customers, turn them into repeat customers, and repeat customers, we're trying to increase the frequency of their purchases. The next one on the in the series is the cross-sell upsell. Now, this is a product or service specific flow. It's a bottom of funnel flow that promotes new products based on the user's previous purchase. It's a custom flow with no defined number of emails. It's very specific to your product or service. So I'll show you an example with Gearbunch, but like you might be a consumable, you might be a makeup brand, or you might be selling candles, or you might be selling coffee. Now, the rates that people go through those are very different. What products complement them are very different. So this one you need to put a bit of a thinking into about what it is that customers tend to buy together, or what it is, how quickly they do go through the product. So you can see here, what we found is that we sell a lot of leggings, as you can see. If you know our brand, we sell a lot of leggings. A lot of people didn't know we sold sports bras, and they're matching. So that's a perfect opportunity for us. If someone buys the pink camo leggings, we run a flow that checks to see if they've bought the matching sports bra. If they haven't, we get them in there and say, hey, come and complete your look. And these flows increase the average order value and deliver relevant recommendations automatically. So they're very specialized. They get really high open rates because they deliver the right message to the right person at the right time. All right, the last one in our series of Elite 7 is the win back. So this is a safety net we use to catch customers before they fall away totally. So it's a long tail 5-flow email. This thanks and repositions, and we educate them about new things, and we reinforce our product position, incentivize them, but it does a lot of heavy lifting. But basically, when someone has been inactive on our emails after previously being active, we want to re-engage them. And we use them to re-engage them with exclusive incentives. And you can see we get really high open rates and really high daily click rates. So this job's flow is to bring customers back, so the behavior triggers other flows in the system. They might come back and look at a new product, and then they're put into our abandoned browse flow or our add to cart flow. Now, the key to all this, we've got 7 flows. You might be thinking, oh no, like I'm going to have people getting 7 different emails a day. No, the way it's set up and automated is people can't be in more than one flow at a time. When they leave a flow, it sort of closes the door behind them as they enter a new one. So you can't be in more than one flow at a time. And by correctly implementing and automating the Elite 7, we get a 30% increase in sales. So why do I keep saying 30%? Because what it is, I don't want to overpromise you. I want to be straight with you, because this automated email system is 30% is the least we get. I have clients where emails responsible for almost 50% of the revenue. And I have shown you numerous examples today where for Gearbunch, it's over 40%. Now, remember, you don't need to be a copywriter to create emails that convert, because people scan. You don't need to hire one. You don't need to be one. I'm not one. I was a police detective, and I've managed to do this because of the system and automations that I have set up. Remember, less is more. The email should focus on one thing. It's the bait on the hook. The email has one job, and that's to get them to click. So you now have the blueprint for Elite 7, and you know how it works. Now, you're way more knowledgeable than when I began my journey.